Whatever the occasion, effortless elegance is right this way. Because Hilton brings you new ways to stay courtesy of the Nomad London. And it doesn't stop at award-winning dining in a space draped in velvet and illuminated by vintage chandeliers. No, this day goes beyond with unparalleled personalized service and attentive hospitality. Oh, and did we mention the Nomad London can be booked using your Hilton Honors points at Hilton.com? Hilton, for the stay.
This episode is brought to you by Nespresso and Samra Origins by the Weekend Coffee Collection.
Introducing Samra Origins. My collaboration with Nespresso is a connection to my roots, to my mother, Samra. Coffee that hits the right notes. It transports you. Crafted with unique notes and bold, soaring flavors. Experience a taste that moves you. Nespresso and Samra Origins.
Discover more at Nespresso.com.
USAA knows dynamic duos can save the day, like superheroes and sidekicks or auto and home insurance. With USAA, you can bundle your auto and home and save up to 10%. Learn more and get a quote at usaa.com/bundle. Restrictions apply.
This episode is brought to you by Nibris, Fox Sakes, 2B1 Before You, Joshua Meserve Jr., Dark Vixen, Arsenon, Fei, Deja Boo, Radioactive Jeff.
Killed it.
Radioactive Jeff and Gluthoric, who each support us at our highest Patreon tier.
Thank you. We love you. We appreciate you.
Genuinely, it
In
is
this
love.
economy, yeah.
Episode 33, Much Ado. Now time is yours, so make your way to places for the end of day. Open windows, open doors, but don't forget this time is yours. So use it well, make not such waste of hours lost before your fate. A second's not a thing to sell, this time is yours, you must not dwell. Let nothing stop your spinning hands, not gods, not swords, not dwindling sands. Make clear choice, this time's for you. Decisions splitting paths in two. Your life is more than short, sharp sounds, and errands run for heaven's hounds. Yours is time to trade, to use, for life is made with much ado. Welcome back to the Girls Who Don't D&D podcast. I am your host, Cory, and with me are the team reunited again.
Indy playing Freya. Stacey playing Kaa'Riin.
Alana playing Morrigan.
Ladies, after a tumultuous few days, tumultuous?
Choose another word.
Tama.
You can't say that one.
I'm sticking with it. Tumultuous few days.
Okay.
You have finally had a rest.
Yay.
Kind of.
Oh, I haven't done that yet.
During that time, you have leveled up
I
and
did
maybe
that.
even gone through some changes, but we'll talk about those in a moment. But first of all, let's talk about Freya.
Okay.
Indy,
Yeah?
you have driven some interesting and intense conversations online about your most recent choices.
Yeah, I know. This is controversial, I think.
I have received quite a few emails or messages from people who think that you should have done what they would have done.
Killing my lover.
Oh, that was sparked.
We're just caught up.
And many think they would have chosen what they thought what love was. I received quite a few who also said that your choice was why they listen, which I liked because we don't guarantee a particular path in our story. And really important to me is it's not a moral dilemma unless you don't know what the person's going to pick. And most stories we're used to these days, we're so used to certain styles of story that everyone picks what we expect to pick because it's all about creating the emotional response for the audience. And that's lovely, but we play D&D. And that means we don't guarantee that the story goes in a particular direction. And also, it's D&D, so we don't know where it finishes either. It's going to keep going. So
I actually agree now.
I didn't disagree at the time.
Great choice, Indy.
I'll just say this. I was really proud of what we've ended up with in our story. And where our dilemmas are not procedural, you do not know, I do not know. And I'm also really excited by the consequences that are coming. All right. What do you guys think? I can see on your face that you kind of want to talk about it a bit.
I'm only upset because I hurt Morrigan. That's the only reason I'm upset.
I'm actually a little upset that your flawed logic worked out for you because you kept saying, I just want to get her out of me. And I'm like, I don't think that's how that's going to end. I think you'll do what she asks and then you'll just like fall apart or die or just be continued to be driven around. And no, she got exactly what she wanted out of the situation.
Did she?
All's well and good.
Yeah, I feel like something's going to bite me in the ass soon.
Okay, well, that makes me feel a little bit better. Not that I want you to suffer.
But I want you to suffer.
for murdering the refound love of my life.
Yeah, that's hard.
Yeah, that's tough.
Like
when you put it like that.
I just found her. I had just remembered, and then you killed her.
Oh, you keep looking at me. Stop looking at me.
All right, so as you can tell, there are no hard feelings. All right, let's get some shout-outs and get back to breakfast in the land of Kaylee, because you're about to wake up to breakfast, which is the nicest start we've had in quite some time.
Oh, is there passion fruit?
We'll find out in a second. My shout-out was to Wesley, who wrote in on Spotify. This is something I didn't realise, but they're up to episode 26, The Howls the Harpy, and said that if you're up to this episode, you already know this. And I didn't realise it at the time, but the mayor who lost his hand way back, he was critted by Stacey way back in one of the early episodes. And in The Howl the Harpy, he was critted again. He's been hit twice, both by crits.
Yes,
Both by
fucking dumbass.
Yeah, both by Stace.
Both by Stace.
Stace really hates that mayor. So that's my shout out to Wesley, because I didn't realise at the time. And I love those little things that come up. Indy, who you got?
There's a poll. Did Freya make the right choice?
Yeah, I may have put that on there. And I can say it's not going well for you.
Oh, dear Lord, no, 60%.
I also may have been biased in the way I set it up.
Wow.
60%'s not too bad, though.
Well, I just voted yes. So I'm trying to get the numbers up. Well, I'm going to shout out to everyone who said yes in that poll, and also to those who said we'll see.
Look, there are a few people out there who agree with you, and
Or they think
they're disturbing.
that the consequences can get worse. We'll see.
Stace, who you got?
Raz the Daz. It was a screenshot of us on Instagram of our 5-star reviews.
Yes.
It says, don't forget you guys deserve all those 5 stars. No, you guys are great. Then putting 3 stars, which is like such a point of contention for us. Remember that glowing review we got? And then they're like, 3 stars. What the fuck?
Never going to let it go. I think we've started about 5 episodes with it as well, and we're not walking back from that. We will do this until that is changed. Have to say, I haven't actually checked.
Yeah.
Alana, who you got?
Over on Facebook today, Ellie Harriet, trying to think of new adjectives to convey how spectacular each and every episode you produce is. Phenomenal, remarkable, breathtaking, extraordinary, supreme genius.
Go on. Have you heard anything else to add?
Keep going.
I cannot wait for the next episode to see where this journey goes as you pull me in every step of the way and leave me wanting more. Overjoyed to be a part of the process with you guys this far and into the future.
Oh, that was very nice. Yeah. I have said recently they do help get through some days. Like when you just have a day when you're like, I'm feeling like crap. And I'm like, I will quickly look up anybody who said something nice and have a look. I do have one more shout out. That's to Miss Reed, who teaches art somewhere out there, because she responded to my list of people that I wish I could play D&D with. I put that out on Instagram a while back. If you want to have a look at that, go on Instagram and see. And Lenny Henry is still at the top of my list. I would love to play D&D with Lenny Henry. And if you don't know who Lenny Henry is, look him up. Hilarious, poignant, clever. All the adjectives we just heard about us, but multiplied.
Right.
Ladies,
Yep.
Are you ready to play?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just 3 girls, a dragon, and a handful of dice. Some guys telling stories, I'm sure they'll be nice. There will be monsters, and magic, and fire and ice. But it's mostly 3 girls, a dragon, and dice.
Ladies, as you begin to wake in the first warm and comfortable beds you've slept in quite some time, some warmer than others, you notice a few things have changed. Thank you. It was sneaky, wasn't it? The events of the last few days have been taxing but character building.
Oh.
You're just catching up, huh? Ooh, it's going to be like that today. Little sneaky,
Some
subtle
more than
ones.
others.
Some people have company.
Oh.
Oh.
You still don't know, do you?
No. but company means something. I know. I remember. Someone was in the room. Someone came in.
Anyway,
Flashbacks.
Sorry.
No, I love this. I love when you guys are still building the story that has been built for quite some time.
Yeah, we do that.
Now, you've helped a few people recently. You've probably helped the Cruzian reunite with his family. You sent loot on a quest to recover Cruzian's gauntlet, which can control Lord Caradril's army of automatons. You've released a demented god from another place into the body of a dragon with the intent of killing your loved ones. So I just don't want you to forget that. That's still out there. Then you released and reconnected a second god under the banner of hatred instead of love, as previously discussed. And that god is now on a murderous killing spree.
But not for us, just for our loved ones.
I'm just now picturing you as newsreaders. And they are on a murderous killing spree. Let's go to the weather. One of you has killed, could be anyone, an innocent civilian who just happened to be the dearly beloved partner of another one of you. So there's all that. Then you saved Morrigan's parents, or at least one of them, because then we discovered that Daddy Dearest wasn't Daddy or Dear. And then we faded to black.
Yeah, he's a bit of a dick.
He is a bit of a dick.
Then some dreams happened, and that was out of control. As you wake, it is quite a surprise that you all finally are actually well rested. You're welcome. I will let you have the full rest. We never do.
59 hit points.
In fact, yeah.
I know.
You've gone up a level. You feel stronger in some ways, but also perhaps weaker in others.
Let's refresh my page to see maybe if my hit points have gone up.
Yours went down.
Yes.
Why? How does that work?
Well, let's find out. When you wake, you feel physically weaker, Kaa'Riin, and certainly less prone to anger, but still keen to defend the innocent where you can. You have relinquished your barbarian ways and your levels, and you are now a fully fledged level 8 moon druid.
Ooh. Oh, that sounds so fun. A moon druid.
Well, you've always been a moon druid, but I'm letting people at home know.
I didn't know.
Well, it's one of the particular type of druid that allows you to level up your wild shapes faster. And level 8 is a pretty good one because that's when you finally get the ability to fly.
Oh!
Of course, in our world, you have to find an animal
That flies.
that is passing on and gives their soul to you. That's one of the unique aspects of the land of Kaa'Riin, is that druids earn those abilities.
Okay, got it.
Through caring for other creatures. So, and I think we've said it a long time ago, Kaa'Riin has helped a few creatures before or been in places where creatures were trapped, and that's worked out. As you get up and get ready for your day, you notice your axe, or Melance's axe, or Malankai's axe, doesn't matter how we say it, feels heavier and not as easy to wield.
Oh, no.
You also have the urgency to leap from the nearest window, but standing in your dressing gown that your host kindly left for you folded at the end of the bed. I love this person, yeah. You can see that you do not have any new animal tattoos on your body.
I'm so sexy with all my tattoos.
You do have some very nice tattoos.
Yeah.
Something else, though, something new that we have homebrewed, because pretty much just love doing this. You have taken 2 spells previously, Speak with Animals and Speak with Plants, and we haven't really used them, but I do love them, and I love how much you're excited by them. So we put them in our world a bit differently to the normal rules of D&D. We've made these spells for you permanently active. You are always capable of speaking with plants, always capable of speaking with animals. However, they may not want to talk to you. That's the difference.
Okay, fair. Yeah.
So even though it might, you can walk up and talk to plants, it's probably 50-50.
Just because plants doesn't mean they're willing.
No.
Yeah.
My favourite part about this is that a bunch of our Patreon supporters have voiced quite a few of plants and animals that can be called on to help. They may or may not. All I've got is a file, a folder full of voices, and I'm just going to pick. They'll randomly happen, and we'll find out whether there's support there. Sometimes I'll be looking at it trying to base the animal on the location. I don't want to be like, you're
under the sea? Here, talk to this eagle. Yeah.
You too can join our Patreon if that's something you're interested in, because I think there'll be many more scripts going out soon. And some of them have actually been written by myself, obviously, but with patrons.
Oh.
They're throwing in little bits and pieces, which is very
nice. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know ChatGPT paid us.
It really is a bone of contention for me. I'm going to stab people.
Still funny. Still funny. It's actually going to be funny for years. Like the time you said, let's rock.
You know what? Now, this is a complete change of tone now, because Freya, you wake in a cold sweat. Everything feels wrong.
Do I have COVID?
This is the one thing that hasn't spread to this land. You should feel joy, because that is the first night you have slept without the soul of Belloc within you for quite some time, for days. Instead, the memory of a face is to the side of you, flowing dark hair and olive skin, but when you turn your face to see her, she vanishes, decays into particles of dark mist.
Who is it? Just tell us.
Why you make us work everything out ourselves?
It's like you guys are playing a game or something. Even though you've just woken up, give me a DC 15 wisdom save, or you're going to take psychic damage from what this quick memory is
15.
doing to you.
Oh, it's 15!
All right. You feel less than I would expect. Not surprising, I suppose. You wipe your eyes and look into a mirror near the bed. And just for a moment, you see Morrigan's face and not yours.
So I'm losing it.
Maybe. Morrigan.
Hi.
Morrigan, you wake up in a warm embrace. For you, almost everything about how your night ended remains the same in the morning, except there are words whispering in your mind. To dream, one must first sleep. Then you feel a sharp pain in your shoulder where Bellaref stabbed you with a knife. The knife of the Dainty Rose, if I'm not mistaken. Is that what it's called?
Yes.
The knife of the Dainty Rose, which was yours for quite some time. I don't think you ever actually used it.
I think I don't have the card anymore. Oh, no, I did.
Oh.
Maybe.
You don't have the card anymore because you don't have it anymore.
Yeah.
Bellaref does. But when you peel back your sleeping garments, you can see the wound has not healed. And there are thin wisps of dark colours slowly leaking away from you. Now you need to give me a Constitution save.
Is it festering?
In a way. Magically, arcanely festering.
So I just need to move my positive potato out of my dice box.
I think you need to keep it close by, actually.
Yeah, 20. Holding the positive potato.
Oh my God.
All right, take a photo of your positive potato. And
Where'd
put
you
it
get
on
a positive potato?
Oh, Ree got it for my birthday.
Oh, Ree. Bless.
That's so cute.
My therapist has a pickle.
Yes, she does.
That's not therapy. That's all horrible. All right. The person in the room with you, the person you saved, reaches over in great concern and she says, "There is so much about yesterday that we have to resolve. Ladies, what would you like to do?" It's up to you.
I'm torn because my mum's downstairs, but I would very much like to stay in this room and talk to my guest.
And for those wondering, we're talking like that because Indy's still here. And we are not letting her know, even though I'm pretty sure she should by now. But
it's fun that she doesn't.
Remember when I was here last?
Yeah, it's been a
Someone
while.
closed the door, and you were in bed, but we were left unaware.
Well, we weren't.
Was I?
You were unaware, but others
Yeah,
were.
but then I didn't. How am I supposed to figure it out?
Exactly.
Is it the chick I killed?
That would be horribly creepy.
Is it her ghost?
Is it her ghost? Wow.
We're introducing necromancy.
Yeah.
What would you like to know? What would you like to talk to her about?
Who is it?
Get back in your box. Get back in your box.
Get back in your box. Fuck up. Tell me.
We need to get you a jail, a little dice jail for Indy.
Did you know that it wasn't me or wasn't all of me?
I always suspected.
Oh, it's your real dad.
You stop.
Is it your real dad? Oh, that would be gross.
You're wrong. That's so wrong.
Morrigan.
That's disgusting.
You're in your own room. You didn't hear any noises.
Okay, sorry, carry on.
We've done our funny episode. This is a serious episode.
Sorry,
Yes.
sorry.
Centering ourselves.
Everyone,
Turning it
soak
off.
in seriousness.
Okay. I just don't think that's going to happen today.
What?
Guys, am I the only one being serious here?
Yes.
Get serious, please.
Serious. We're serious players.
Oh, I got bubbles up my nose. All right.
Center yourselves.
All right. Diarrhea. Now, we're ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that you don't laugh about. Apparently some of us do. What's going on?
What has it been like for you? Are you okay? Has she treated you? I mean, clearly she's been treating you like a trophy based on the interactions we had on that stage. At least that's what I can figure. But are you okay?
She mostly expected me to be a servant. I just did jobs for her. But I was happy to do that because it could have been far worse. She treated many people very poorly.
I don't understand how she came from me. Like, I don't understand how I had that in me. But I'm doing everything I can to fix this and kind of save the world. Things kind of have gotten a little hectic, but we'll get into that later.
Hectic. That's one way to put it.
Yeah. Thank you so much for helping me get my mum out of there. A bit of a revelation on the whole dad situation, but again, later, putting that in a box.
She said, what?
So you know how my dad's always been kind of a dick?
Yeah, but he's got a lot to do. He was
Yeah, so
an important man.
turns out that's not my father, and the reason that he's been an ass to me my entire life is because, and the reason he was so against us was because my mother, she had me with another man, and he's had to raise a child from a relationship that he didn't approve of, and now I guess watched me follow in mum's footsteps, and yeah, it's making a lot of sense.
Well, that's why Horace and I were trying to divide you.
Who the fuck is Horace?
Yeah, for the first time in quite some time, you've actually heard Menteith's first name because obviously he wasn't Menteith to you. You don't call your partners by their last name too often, especially once you married them. But we were told, all of us, that splitting you would give you strength to stand against your father.
Yeah, I'm having the sense that he was definitely tricked because this was not what we were promised.
Yeah, the tall, bald man.
Yeah, he's a god, we've now discovered. Dornis, he's trying to resurrect his...
He did seem powerful.
And angry and very singular-minded. He's doing anything and everything he can to raise his mother from the dead, and that includes sacrificing a whole bunch of people and their souls.
You can see her demeanor change immediately. That's big news to her. That's terrifying.
My other half is helping, as far as I can tell. We've had a vision from another god. We've met quite a few gods in this journey. Anyway.
She gives you a hug and says, you've come so far.
Your girl's moving up in the world. But yeah, it seems like Morrigan's going to be pretty pivotal to helping, which is why we were trying to stop her. But yeah,
Well, she says to you, maybe I can help. If I go back into the castle.
I can't ask you to do that.
But if I can go through her room, I might be able to find plans or something.
Look, that is absolutely so honourable of you, babe, but...
So honourable, babe.
Babe.
That is how we speak to our partners.
Babe, that's so honourable.
She didn't get the other hint I laid earlier.
Babe.
I wrote it down.
This is fun. But if we can't figure anything else out, we'll talk about it again. But for right now, that's not an option.
The only other thing, babe.
You have a great laugh.
Can you please, at the end of every sentence from now on, just say, babe? Like, end it with babe. And put babe in as much as you can, both of you.
You never liked my name, Shayla, so we just call each other babe all the time.
Shayla!
Why are you listening at the door of a glass?
Shayla.
You hear outside the door, Shayla, and you hear a glass shatter. And
Is Shayla the one that killed?
Yeah. Anyway.
What? Shayla not dead.
She says, what do we do about the other one? I know that when everything happened, I saw your friend was the one who fell to the ground. She didn't look like that before, but after the thing left her and I ran, I saw her. I know what she looks like. I know she's your friend. Why did she do what she did?
Tell me and we'll both know.
I woke up in a cage a couple weeks ago with no memory with those two women. Those two. And we have been pretty much us against the world for the last couple of weeks, and it feels like a lifetime. I only just have been piecing together my past, and I'm so glad I remembered you. That was very convenient.
Her eyes widened when you didn't.
I didn't remember who I was.
Continue.
But the second I laid eyes on you, it all came flooding back. Babe.
It works well.
She feels the sincerity of your babe.
We have been having some issues with that particular friend, so that's Freya.
She has been quite the handful.
And I pull out my notebook that we'd used for the things, and I start flipping through the pages, and I'm like, there were all of these suspicious things that were happening over the past, after we had split up and she'd returned, she was different. I don't know if you noticed the giant shadow demon that came out of her.
I noticed it a little.
So it turns out she has been possessed by a god. As well for quite a while now, and I haven't had a chance to talk to her about this yet, but I'm hoping that it was not her.
No, it wasn't. It was definitely the shadow demon in me.
That did that. But yeah, things are a little tense with that. But before she was possessed, that's not a decision that she would have made.
Well, she looks at you in the eyes and just says, "Can we trust her?"
Look, I'll be honest.
Listen,
Babe.
Babe.
That thread is a little frayed right now. I trust her to help with the mission. I don't know that I would trust her with my life at this point or your life.
Well,
but she is one of the good guys in the grand scheme of things.
Shayla grabs your face, one hand on either side, and kisses you and looks you in the eye and says, "Well, I do know I can trust you." And then she says, "But I'm going back in that building."
Do you have any sleep spells?
And she starts finding a way, looking for clothes around the room. Cutting to the other girls now. Ladies, what would you like to do?
well, I'm just alone in a bedroom at this point. I think I'm just going to go downstairs and get some brekkie or something.
When you get down there, Morrigan's stepfather, Sean Liradell, has already left, and he left with Maria, so it's just Morrigan's mum down there.
I'm like, hey.
And she says, morning.
Morning, hey.
And it's, you
Can't
can
trouble
see,
you for a coffee?
there's a pot on.
Oh, yes.
And there is. And there is a strong smell of coffee. It's strong coffee. They don't mess around here.
No, they don't.
But, of course, you can make that coffee smell whatever you want it to smell like because you're in Indy Flanora.
Yeah.
What would you like to do?
I'm kind of uncomfortable at this point because, like when you're in someone's house, you don't really know them that well. And, do you remember when you were kids and you were sleeping over and then you'd look the first one up? And yeah. And I'm like, so I'm kind of uncomfortable. I'm like, oh, no,
I'll come down too.
I was about to psychic over to Freya, like, can you come down, please, and make conversation? I'm really uncomfortable. So what was it like not having a soul? I'm just making small talk at this point.
Wow, that's a very, very big question.
Well, book
I'm
a time.
worried because I don't know what the effects of that really are, but there must be something.
Of not having a soul.
Yeah, surely.
But you have a soul now.
I do now, but I didn't for so long.
What was it like? Did you make some bad decisions?
Cold.
Oh, that's horrible. I'm
Very,
sorry.
very lonely.
Oh.
And then she takes a big sip of coffee and tries to divert the conversation. Good coffee.
Good coffee.
Good,
there's no really good coffee.
Love a good, strong. Haven't had a coffee in quite some time, so...
All right, I'm going to trickle down the stairs as well.
Trickle.
Well, how do you go down the stairs?
And
I flood my way down.
Yeah, I was trying to think of another water thing.
Yeah.
say morning. Hello. Also have a coffee. And then I want to ask, so you didn't know that Morrigan was split, did you?
No, not until last night, but something was wrong.
You had to have suspected. I mean...
It's not the thing you suspect. I knew that she had changed, but who would split people into two other... It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense.
I thought something had been taken from her. But I did think she was the only one.
Why do you think there turned out to be like an evil and a good Morrigan? Like, obviously we've got yin and yang, that idea, but did they mean to create two different characters, like two different people?
I haven't had a long time to think this through. I slept on it, and I'm in no better place, and the coffee isn't changing anything. But none of this makes sense to me. None at all. I wonder why Morrigan's taking so long to come downstairs.
Yeah, she's taking a while.
Yeah.
We're going to psychic to her. Morrigan, it's
Morning,
uncomfortable.
Kaa'Riin.
Just here with your mum. Will you please come downstairs?
Your mum's also suddenly decided that she's going to be one of those funky mums. Like she's going, so let's all have fun together. Let's do something fun today. We should just let's go shopping. We should go shopping.
Morrigan, help.
And you would look good in leopard print.
Couldn't agree more.
Top to bottom, by the way. That doesn't look trashy, no matter what people take.
I don't care what anyone says. I think it's classy and elegant.
It's classy. For any age.
Okay, I turned to Shayla because I've heard Kaa'Riin. I'll be there in a second. It's not that hard to be nice to someone's mum.
We are being nice.
Well, I'm going to come downstairs. I'm going to say, Shayla, look, can we go downstairs? I haven't seen my mum in so long. Can we go talk with everyone before you run off and get yourself killed?
She says, I think I'm just going to stay in here for the time being.
You know, that's a fair call.
And you will note
that she doesn't have any tattoos.
Oh,
You know that because she's completely starkers right now.
yeah.
The new McCrispy strip is here. Dip approved by ketchup, tangy barbecue, honey mustard, Sprite, McFlurry, Big Mac sauce, double dipped in buffalo and ranch, more ranch, and creamy chili McCrispy strip dip. Now at McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
I think you're on mute.
Workday starting to sound the same?
I think you're on mute.
Find something that sounds better for your career on LinkedIn. With LinkedIn Job Collections, you can browse curated collections by relevant industries and benefits, like flex PTO or hybrid workplaces, so you can find the right job for you. Get started at linkedin.com/jobs. Finding where you fit. LinkedIn knows how.
Anyone can follow. It takes something special to be an original, which is why the 2025 Lincoln Navigator SUV arrives with new ways of surrounding you in luxury, including the ultra-wide 48-inch panoramic display and the multi-sensory Lincoln Rejuvenate experience. A true original never stops evolving. So meet the 2025 Navigator, the original that's all new and better than ever. Learn more at Lincoln.com. Lincoln and Navigator are trademarks of Ford or its affiliates.
Oh, so we can talk about her all the time and she won't know.
That's not exactly what this was meant to mean.
I love that that's what you took out of that.
But no, she has no tattoos.
Why?
So it would be difficult for you to use...
Contact her.
Yeah, to contact her in that way.
Please don't disappear on me. I give her a quick kiss on the forehead and I duck downstairs
No,
to
you can
join
kiss her
her.
anywhere you want to. You don't have to be
No,
forehead.
but
It's not platonic.
forehead kisses feel so lovely.
Okay.
Like you feel
Yeah.
cherished when you get a forehead kiss.
Yeah, you feel like a little kid again.
She says, that feels so lovely, babe.
Thanks,
Babe.
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 Babe, do that again, babe.
Is that just me?
No, I love it.
No, okay.
Huge fan.
I was like, Cory's wrong
I
here,
feel
right?
like a puppy. Like,
Again, so you head downstairs and join everyone else. And as you come downstairs, the door opens and Ishan, your father, enters the room. He still looks like he's old and in pain. And Maria walks in. Maria says, "We couldn't find Ruiner. We couldn't find anybody who can heal him. He's no better than he was before. He'll live, but he won't be strong again until we can find someone who can change what they did to him."
Heal who? What's going on, Maria?
Heal your father, she says.
I look at him
I
and
don't
I'm
want
like, I look at him and I'm like, what's going on? Why do you need healing?
He walks past you, or shuffles past you. He is quite weak looking. He's in pain. And he says, "The city is undefended." And he's only talking to your mother now. He's almost not looking at you. "Our army has left, along with the others." And he looks over at Morrigan. "And she has left as well. They marched to the old plains across the lake before the tide returns, I assume."
I look at the girls and I say, it's happening.
Ah, shit. About time, though. Let's get this thing done.
We don't have a plan. Our plan was to stop this, but it's happening.
Where are our armies? Didn't we have armies for the snail?
We do have armies.
All
We've got a
right.
small group of warriors.
we've got 3 people and a positive can-do attitude.
And a positive potato. And we can do anything.
So Ishan looks at these two and then looks back at you and... "Are these your newest partners?"
Yeah.
"Not much has changed." He turns back to your mother. "From what I can gather, many towers have fallen. The line that keeps the unwanted outside is now deep across Kaa'Riin. What's left of its magic still holds at the plains. That is what the remaining loyal scouts tell me." He's talking about the towers, obviously.
Yep.
That you've seen before, but many of them have been brought down. And you would already remember that those towers held some sort of shield that stopped, as he calls them, the unwanted from coming in.
Which, coming from him, I'm now like, I wonder how bad these unwanteds really were.
Do you say that?
No,
Do you think it?
I do think it. I'm not telepathically thinking it. Thinking it in my own individual
It's worth
skull.
considering, yeah. Worth considering whether he can hear you in some situations.
Okay.
The scouts have also mentioned an army of unwanted. More golems, like you. You, he says.
Is the middle finger universal in this world?
He steps back from you and walks over to get a coffee and says, "You are always so obstinate."
What's that mean?
Like they haven't had sex in a long time.
Got it. Strong-willed and kind of argumentative and
Stubborn.
stubborn, yeah. And you were always close-minded.
It's almost like he doesn't hear you, he ignores you.
I know he's ignoring me.
As he pours a coffee, even though the coffee is clearly flowing over the top of the glass now as he pours it.
Just deciding how petty I want to be. Because he's ignoring me, but if we do share the same tattoo, then I could just be really obnoxious.
Alvina steps almost between you. Alvina's your mother's name.
Thank you.
Queen Alvina she was. She says, if you are to catch these armies, we cannot let the other Morrigan rule this world. We'll take it back from here.
It's worse than that, Mum. She's not... She's taking all of those soldiers, all of those good men and women to their deaths knowingly. She's made a deal with a god to sacrifice them in order to raise the mountain.
You see your stepfather's shoulders drop when he hears that.
Now he's paying attention to me.
Sometimes things are beyond the first level of understanding. And he turns to Alvina and says, I have too much to do for this. And leaves. He walks out of the room, takes the coffee.
Hilariously, I don't understand what he means by not understanding things.
At the first level, he's mansplaining. He's mansplaining is what he's doing.
He's under-explaining. I don't even know what that level is.
I hate him.
It's like you wouldn't understand.
Yeah. But he's leaving.
How did you stay married to him?
She says he's always been a very political man. And it's a world that has hardened him.
I have a logistical question for you, Cory.
Yeah, I'm here.
Hi.
So it's like we're trying to call the spirits.
In terms of...
Cory is here.
Don't worry. We'll light the candles.
Logistically speaking, in terms of like the hierarchy here, who holds the power? Like, is she legitimately queen and he's married to her? Is he king and she's married to him?
Good question.
Great question.
At the moment, neither of them do because Queen Morrigan holds the power, so the town's been listening to her.
Prior to that.
Oh, make a history check.
Oh,
Yeah, we haven't rolled dice in a while.
positive potato. 16.
16. Your memory of
Plus-
this is coming back to some extent, anyway, and you know that in this sort of a world, there's no king and or queen. They are regarded as
a unit.
A unit, yeah. So she will have made some of the decisions that you were holding him responsible for, or agreed with them. She grabs your hands though and says, "If what you're saying is right, though, we cannot let Queen Morrigan control that army."
Yeah.
How about we kill
Thanks, Mum.
Queen Morrigan?
She's
That's-
mum-splaining.
Yeah. Thanks, Mum. Yeah, we hadn't considered that. Thank you.
And she pushes her hair out of your face and you look prettier when people see your whole face.
Oh my God.
You just
See her
smile
whole
more.
face. You smile
I hate
more.
it that. Oh.
She doesn't do that to you at all. She's a caring mum. She does it to Freya, though.
Great.
You'd be prettier if everything. So, ladies, what do you want to do with this situation?
Okay, as much as I didn't appreciate Mum suggesting something that was really obvious, I'm just gonna like my shoulders sink a little bit, and I feel small and I feel helpless because I'm around my mum, and that's just, you go back to feeling like a child when you're with your parents. And I'm like, Mum, we've been trying so hard to figure this out, and I'm so lost, and it's all my fault. If I just hadn't have let him convince me to split myself, she wouldn't be here, and I'm so lost.
She's trying really hard. She's been through a very difficult situation. So she's trying really hard to look on the bright side. There's no point crying over spilt milk. What's done is done. If we are the reason things happen, we must be the reason they stop happening too.
Oh, Mum, you're so wise.
She takes a sip of coffee and she looks out the window. And it rains just on the panel she's looking at.
And I can hear, because of the shared tattoo, I can hear her go, good one.
Nice.
She's mentally patting herself on the back for her parenting just now. Okay. Do we have, Maria, do you have a map or something that we could look at to try and...
Is that what we're going to try and do right now? Is go kill Morrigan?
Oh.
Evil Morrigan?
Well, that's up to you.
Well, that's why I was going to look at a map to try and figure this out.
If she started this army shit, we probably need to
She's got to go. She's leading, controlling the army. We need to kill her.
Well, you would know
is-
that she's not just in charge of one army. I mean, your parents obviously think it's just
Yeah.
Well, it's
the
many,
one.
many armies forming everywhere. Bits and pieces and bobs. They're slapping
Hopefully
together.
one that we've taken control out from under them
And
from.
we've leveled up, so we're so strong.
We're so strong.
All right, but here's the thing. They have a head start, not much of a head start, but a couple hours however long we've slept for, 8 hours.
Pretty much, yeah.
They've had an 8-hour head start on getting their armies out there. We don't know where our other people are. Like, we don't know if they've gotten the message and if they're making their way there or not. So if we had a map, we could figure out where the next step is, whether we try to catch up on foot or whether we try to find one of our chests to try and get to Stucker or the ship.
Yeah. Or we con the dragon into taking us there.
What, just dangle my mum as bait?
Strangely,
You can't have her.
Strangely, you don't hear the dragon you heard last night.
I just thought that was a dream.
Well, that's just something else to add to the big pile of problems.
But we
what?
don't hear.
You do not hear them now.
Okay.
So the dragon's gone.
You do not hear them now.
So he's
They're
watching
just
us.
sitting
It's
on
just
top of the
asleep.
building.
Can we go check the dragon, please?
You keep saying,
Words? I do.
yep. You do not hear them now.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, so we should go check the
I
dragon. I'm
make
going to
no
go check the dragon.
promises.
I'm going.
You can look outside. You don't see a dragon.
Yeah, but I don't know, like, that's just one window. He could be on the other side of the house.
It's a big place. I mean, just doing a quick lap around the outside of the house.
I'm
You're not
going
gonna-
outside. I'm going to look up. I'm going to look down. I'm going to look around.
All right. You
And
do
I'll
not
roll
see a dragon.
perception.
Go ahead.
There's no dragon.
There's
There's
no
point.
dragon there. I mean, you
No
can
dragon.
look, but what'd you roll?
3.
You don't see a dragon. No, you don't notice anything at all. Look, the town seems very empty, though. I mean, just out the front and everything. There's not a lot of people
This is
around.
concerning.
It is concerning. I feel like.
I feel disquieted.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a great word.
Yeah, I've been dying to use
I
it.
believe it means you haven't had sex in a while.
We sent Luke back to Cruzion. I get some note paper out and I start writing things down. We sent Luke back to Cruzion theoretically to get the gauntlet so that he could then jump into the chest, which would take him to the ship.
Are you going to put it on? Asked the mole man. It's half my size, smiled Lute. No, I just need to get it to the right people. He turned the silver gauntlet over in his hand. It looked elaborate enough, the sort of bells and gears and wizardry one had come to expect from its creator. And yet, it still seemed so harmless. Not the sort of thing that could control armies and destroy lives. We better fire this thing up, said the mole man, turning to his balloon. No need, replied Lute. I'll just step through the chest like they said. I haven't done it before, but I'm sure. His voice trailed off as they walked towards the promised portal. He could not, and did not, know of its possible destinations. One step to Stucker, the god of space, but then, perhaps, just one more to a chest on board the Golden Spear that desperately raced ahead of a dark fleet of floating soul ships carrying an army of automatons. And that was the better option. The other was, perhaps, a link to a backpack, last seen in the fortress of the Orchestral Sands, in the hands of a reformed queen, the one with many names, who once smelled like mint, but no longer bothered with the facade. Now, however, completely unaware of the dangers ahead, Lute and the mole man both stood, staring at the well-worn trunk. The mouseling lifted the lid, acknowledged its sudden glow, and readied himself. But where will I go, said the mole man. Lute smiled again. Pick a horizon with blue skies. You've earned it. He gave a simple wave, released his grip on the edges of the chest, and dropped inside.
Yes, the ship, because busty cat lady.
Captain Anako.
Yes. So that's Aneko, who is looking for Dutch, who was going to be near the Gauntlet army, could get the Gauntlet and manipulate that army. And then, so there's a chest in Cruzion's place. There's a chest on the ship. Stucker is a chest.
Yes.
Stucker is the other one. He has our army.
Army.
It's a reasonable size of very skilled assassins.
Yeah.
And a group of children.
And the children of the night who probably shouldn't be put in harm's way too many times.
No.
Ever.
Whatever.
No, we shouldn't put them anywhere. And just the personality that I've got, I wouldn't put children in harm's
They were
way.
your guild. You constantly put them in trouble.
On the topic of portals, where the hell's your backpack too? Is that...
Did we leave that? Oh, wait. Did we leave that with old mate's wife? Wait, because, wait. What was the deal? Why did we give her that as collateral? Because she didn't trust us? And did we do what she wanted us to do?
Her husband was with Stucker, so surely he's come back through the backpack now.
Oh, and she's fine. Okay.
A thin line of silver pressed into Castier's neck, and the knife begged for purpose. Its holder knew exactly how little pressure would be required to commence and complete the threatened cut. Thine froze as his wife's skin indented against the metal with each short breath she took. He stood before a line of assassins and 2 gods, and yet had never felt more powerless than now. He could barely mutter. "Don't," he gasped. Castiel closed her eyes. She hadn't even seen who had grabbed her from behind. There was a smell, though, a rank and fetid tendril that any sensible creature would cover. And then it spoke. "Valuable, aren't they?" said the voice. "Worth more separated, here behind these mighty doors, than where they once were. Inside." She paused before she spat the last word. "Inside people. Hidden all this time, and now when I need them most, right before me. I can feel them buzzing little souls, just like mine. In fact, perhaps they should be. I wonder what it would take to open these doors." And the knife again pressed tightly against Castiel's skin. Geez, a portal would have been handy, wouldn't it?
It would have been real handy.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
But hold on. No, because here's the thing. There is...
Can you play your little flute and get your castle back so I can get back?
That only ever makes it appear where it already is. Doesn't move.
That's right.
Yeah,
you can't summon it.
There's a Justicar portal in the Tower of the Orchestral Sands. There is also, surely, one of those portals in Inulthanora. Surely we can go through that portal.
Freya's been to it.
To the tower.
I have.
That's awesome.
I remember.
Have you got one without yawning in it?
I have.
There we go.
You sound like you're happy and awake. Got it. You are onto something really big here.
We can't do this alone. And
no, we can't.
So here's my thinking. We can use a Justicar portal to go from Inulthanora to the Tower of the Orchestral Sands. We can get our backpack back off of...
Helen Mirren.
Thank you. Well, no, I guess not back. We'll go through it. We'll say, haha, told you so. So glad you got your husband back. We'll go through the backpack.
Yes. Change our undies.
Which will go into Staka. Oh, I guess it's all connected?
Yes,
Can you go from a backpack to a chest?
Yes.
Okay, cool. We'll either go through to Staka or we'll go through the ship and we'll have people again.
Oh,
where do we come out?
I think our best bet will go
Where are we gonna
to
go?
the ship because the ship is portable and then we can use the ship to get to the field to solve this huge world-ending problem.
Oh, yeah.
Alana, this is exactly why
we need you.
Because I was like, oh, no, let's go questing. All right, so off to Inulthanora portal.
Yeah, I've just got to say goodbye to my mum and
cool.
Are we just going to leave her here?
I can't take her with me into a war zone.
Where's safe, though?
Nowhere. Until we save the world. Like, I would say maybe with Staka would be safe. Like, that's where we've left the kids. But if this all fails, if we die and the mountain gets resurrected, they're inside a god. So, well, they're inside 2 gods. They're inside a god inside a god. Trippy.
Inception.
Godception. Yeah. So I don't think there is anywhere that's safe. Oh my god, what happened to Kaa'Riin?
You guys just left her.
Fuck.
God damn it, we have a bad habit of doing that.
Fucking up her life.
Poor Kaa'Riin is just like, why me?
Okay, just 1 second. I run back upstairs to talk to Shayla. Okay, babe.
Shayla's gone.
Fuck, I knew she was going to do that.
You specifically told her not to, not that I know that.
I told her that because I knew she was going to do it anyway.
You know her very well.
Okay, I look around the room to see if she's left anything behind. Like, if she's left me at least a note or a walkie-talkie.
Did she leave her a note?
Walkie-talkie. She did not.
Bitch.
She did not leave either.
No note.
What is her plan?
She's going back into the castle.
Yeah, to find out information and tell no one. Because we're not going to be here.
She doesn't know you're leaving that quick.
All right, we'll leave a message with your mum then.
Okay, I assume the portal... No, is the portal... Sorry, run back downstairs.
Yeah.
I went back downstairs and I'm fuming. You know how you trickled downstairs?
Yeah.
I stomp.
Cascade.
Cascade. Thank you. I cascade down the stairs.
She waterfelled.
And I am maybe a little bit too aggressive in my tone when I turn to Freya.
Snippy.
I'm like, Freya, you said you've been in the portal before. Does it happen? Is it in the castle?
She doesn't know. Yes?
No, but your mother knows pretty well, having heard you talking about the portal. The portal's in the centre of town.
Okay.
Well, kind of the centre of town. Centre of the royal sector.
which is
It's
the centre of
the
town.
castle.
Okay, new plan.
Yeah.
We've kind of just been freeballing this.
We should really.
I don't think it's free balling.
I'm
know, I
very
say
free with my
freeballing.
use of freeballing.
Okay.
Yeah.
I use a lot.
We're quite liberal with it. We've been freeballing it.
Right.
Liberal with it. That's the
Yeah.
phrase.
I think it's going to be a long one today, everyone. We haven't even left the town.
Yeah.
What do you want to do?
Mum, take us to the portal.
To the portal, and off we march.
Well, she does know where the portal should be anyway. I mean, she's been there before.
And off
quite a
she
few times.
marches and we follow
So yeah,
behind.
this part's pretty easy. She wanders through.
And we're
It's
walking to the
disturbingly
portal.
empty.
Yeah.
Even though you can make Inflanora look like anything you want it to look like, you must also be aware that it's quiet. All right? Too quiet.
I do an Arcana check.
Go ahead.
It's a 7 because I wasn't holding my potato.
It's not a magical reason that the city's not that the city is not full of the people who normally hustle and bustle about.
Do a perception check. It's an 18 because I was holding my potato.
All right, it's because the people aren't here. It's very,
And I worked that out.
the people, they're not in the streets, but you expect them to be in this city. The weather's lovely. There's a reason to get outside.
And
They
we're
just didn't.
walking to the portal.
You get to the portal, mainly because I don't want you rolling anymore for things that are that obvious. When you get to the portal, there's a problem. You know what these portals are supposed to look like.
No.
There should be statues all the way around them. But there aren't any. At least there's no complete ones.
There's only remnants.
What, they've been knocked
Only
down?
remnants. They've all been smashed, except for one.
Mine?
Well, a Morrigan statue.
Sweet. Don't worry. This is fine. We're just going to adjust the plan slightly. I'm going to go through and grab the backpack. I'll be right back.
Yeah, I don't think we should split up. I think we need to stay together.
Said Indy never.
I mean,
She really has been possessed. Maybe it was the other one making her split up.
It's just not. See, I'm just heaps better now.
There is a woman next to the portal, and she looks shocked. She's trying to piece together what's happened here. The whole bunch of cats crawling around her at the same time as well. And she's shocked. She doesn't look devastated. She looks like she's in control of the situation in many ways. Like she's already figuring out what to do about it. But part of her seems upset by what has occurred.
Ooh, kitties. And I kneel down and I'm like holding out a hand.
They're surprisingly aloof, these cats. They stay...
Really surprisingly. That's pretty standard
even
for cats.
more than normal cats are aloof. It's almost like they look at you in a very human sort of way. Their heads turn together as if to sort of go, what do you think you're doing? And they just
You're
walk away.
such intelligent kitties, aren't you?
They are already heading off in another direction, interested in other things.
Bye, kitties.
But the lady who's there looks up at you and she just says, what do you need now?
Hi. So I'm not sure if we've met before, but based on that, I assume you've met my other half.
Always with the games.
Oh, okay. No, she's aware. Cool. I'm just going to pop through this portal real quick. I'll be right back. No inconvenience to you at all. You'll barely notice that I was here.
She says, did you do all this?
No. We didn't do that.
I telepathetically say to the girls, guys,
No, we didn't do that.
did we do something we forgot about? Okay.
Your mother steps forward and says, Ruina. No, things have changed. Is the portal ready? Can they go? And Ruina says, No, it is not.
So
Elaborate.
how long until do you think it'll be ready? Is there anything we can do to help to get it ready?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. But clearly someone has been very busy here. Something big went through. The night before, Queen Morrigan moved with a frantic urgency. The realization that she was no longer the chess piece she thought she was had forced her plans to change. All of them, said Queen Morrigan, except mine, leave nothing for repair. The remnants of her royal guard worked quickly. The statues that ringed the ancient portal crumbled and fell, all but one. The Queen prepared to step through. She held the last few gems she'd recovered in her hands, her last options, and waited for the portal's destination to match her plans of escape, and her plans for revenge against all who'd wronged her. When I am gone, destroy as much of this device as you can, she commanded, and her soldiers listened. None must follow, but set Ruina to work in the morning. Make sure it takes her a while to put everything back in place. A week should do it. I'll be ready to return then. The locations flashed across the portal. The Queen waited until the right place shimmered before her, took one last look at her city, and stepped through. In the shadows, the god Bellereth watched and waited, and followed.
Hey business owners, we know you know the importance of maximizing every dollar. With the Delta SkyMiles Reserve Business American Express card, you can make your expenses work just as hard as you. From afternoon coffee runs to stocking office supplies and even team dinners, you can earn miles on all your business expenses. Plus, you can earn 110,000 bonus miles for a limited time through July 16th. The Delta SkyMiles Reserve Business Card. If you travel, you know. Minimum spending requirements and terms apply. Offer ends 7/16/25.
This episode is brought to you by Tic Tac. Summer tastes like Tic Tac. Tantalize your taste buds this sunny season with citrus adventure and orange. 2 everyday flavors that bring summer in every. Tic Tac Citrus Adventure is a yummy, vibrant medley of lemon, lime, and mandarin. And Tic Tac Orange is the perfect mix of tangy and sweet. Visit us at Tic Tac USA on social to refresh your summer with Tic Tac.
Jif peanut butter. It's that jiffing good, it doesn't really need advertising. So instead, enjoy the calming sounds of the ocean. Jif. Ooh, it's that jiffing good. Get your Jif at jif.com.
So, would it be ready for me to travel? Not to be insensitive, but it's kind of an urgent situation.
Of course it's all about you. No, you can't leave.
Why can't you leave?
Oh.
The portal will not respond. It is in disarray. I don't really have time to explain how these portals work to you.
Interesting.
It took days to make the changes you requested last time.
We really appreciate all your hard work. You're doing such a great job.
She looks at you in the face and then looks to your mother, stunned because you were nice for a moment.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
I sit down on the ground, cross-legged, and I lean my head on my elbow on my knees and my head on my hand, my fist.
You do the thinker pose, the actual statue.
Yeah, but cross-legged on the ground.
Is there any other portals close?
No, the nearest portals to here would be on the other cities, Dressups and Carterson.
How did you fix it before?
You requested material sacrifices instead of personal ones. The gems to slow intruders.
But I don't remember. That wasn't me.
Again, she looks at your mother.
You don't have time to explain how this all works. I don't have time to explain why that wasn't me, but it wasn't me. But it won't open at all regardless of the gem thing now. Okay.
You might be able to return, I'm not sure. But it will not open yet. It will be days.
And you can see her hands are actually already sparking, this magic wisping through each finger, and she's already preparing to do something. But she's also on her own, apart from those cats.
Do you want help?
She laughs at you.
You would not know what to do here.
Yeah, well, I'm a good apprentice.
She's ignoring you. She walks away.
She's a bitch.
And she calls the cats to her and starts talking to you. You can't hear everything she says, but she taps one of them. And he changes from a cat into a person straight away. And another person who very clearly, once they've changed, is a skilled magician of sorts. Maybe a wizard, maybe a sorcerer.
That is awesome.
Maybe a warlock. Yeah. He still has the cat's eyes, though.
Oh.
Cool.
And she says,
Cute.
Well, perhaps it is time for you to redeem yourself and earn your freedom.
And he does not look too keen to do so.
Based on that phrase, based on her saying you only, and the fact that she touched him, that's not a druid, right? That's someone
she's got little slaves.
She's
trapped
controlling
in
them.
cat form. And then she's like, now
Possibly.
I need something from you. Wow. Okay.
She turns to you and says, 2 days. 2 days. That's how long it will take.
Where could we get in 2 days? Would it take us?
Yeah. Hey, Mum.
Yes.
How far by bear?
Yes, Uber.
Is I was talking about you. You're the Uber. How far by bear do you reckon Lake Reliable is?
First of all, she goes, what bear?
Then I'm
Yeah,
like,
Yeah, there in a second. I'm thinking something through. Okay.
Did you actually ask how long by bear? Yeah. And then she looks at you and there's like a glint in her eye and she goes, do you mean we could go to the stables?
Oh, it's horses here.
We don't always have to ride each other, guys.
I hadn't thought of it that way. Our first choice is always we could ride each other towards things.
That is actually a really good point, Mum.
Let's go to the stables. And we're going to be really nice to these horses.
Really nice. And we're not going to forget them at all. We're going to give them water.
Before we just run off into the wilderness, here is what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
So in 2 days' time, we can come back here if we need to get through the portals and to get to all of our other people. In the meantime, it's risky. It may get us killed, but things are trying to kill us anyway. So here's my thought. Morrigan's controlling all the armies.
Yep.
I look like Morrigan. What if we sneak into her camp?
Kill her. Yes, this is what I was saying before.
Her.
That is exactly what I was saying before when you were talking to Mum, but then you weren't listening to me, so I stopped talking. But that was what it was going to be.
Okay. This is plan A or plan B, or is it your plan A and her plan B and her plan A and your plan B?
It's Kaa'Riin's plan A.
And your plan B.
And mine plan detour.
All right, so we'll go and get the horses out of the stables. We're going to leave Mum here, though. I feel like she needs to stay.
Great idea on the horses, Mum. Let's do that. And if you could maybe go check in on Babe, that would be great.
Wait, are you going to the... Where are you going?
The stables.
We're walking
Sorry,
to the
I'm
stables.
even confused. Where are you all going?
We're going to the stables to get some horses.
And to come up with, I guess, a more specific plan. Or I guess we'll head in that direction and then
head towards Evil Morrigan.
Okay. As you're walking through the city, everyone notices the city looks different. So can you all describe the stables to me in particular as you get close to them? What do the stables and the city look like as you get there?
Like an ivory tower. Yeah, because they're horses. They deserve the best.
Lovely.
It's always like a tower. Like it's like a bit of mini one.
Oh, it's so cute.
It's not made of real ivory.
Okay. That would
the
be
colour,
very
not the
tragic.
material.
Yeah, in colour. And then it's kind of like frosted with pastels and golden sparkles. You know, like when you used to have little castles as a kid.
Is it My Little Pony? Is this what we're doing?
That's it, like My Little Pony.
Is that what we're doing?
Is that what's happening here? All
like
right.
that, yeah. And then it's got big, beautiful, like cast iron gates, but they're not black. They're gold.
Of course.
Ivory and gold, nice.
Yeah. And then the horses are all happily in there. And then that's it. That's the end.
That's it.
Yeah,
All right.
and
Nice.
then everything's suited to their personal needs.
Okay. Quite a lovely stables. Anyone else?
Mine's very cobblestone-esque.
Oh, like it, yeah.
Streets
Yeah.
cobblestone. Yep.
Yeah, and then you walk into
Very
like an...
horse unfriendly. Okay.
Yeah, is it really?
On their little hooves.
Oh, were they wear their little shoes?
Horses are a very expensive hobby.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, what does it look like?
Oh, sorry.
Let's
So-
debate the merits of owning horses.
They're all getting shoed. There's a really hot... What are they called? Farrier.
All right.
No shirt on.
No shirt, no shoes.
He's belting
absolutely
he's
being
belting that
serviced.
metal. It's real hot. He's getting real steamy.
Steamy and sweaty. It's almost like the horses are barely part of this story.
That's all I see. I don't see the city. I just see him.
All right.
No, I'm just seeing like cobblestone, like an old barn
Yeah, okay.
style.
Yep,
That's cute.
Yeah, it's real cute. It is cute.
Morrigan?
I'm seeing free range stables. Like there are, like there's little sheltered pergolas. Two bits of timber standing up and then like a roof.
Like
But
a
it's not-
lean-to.
Yeah, sure. But like, whatever.
You can come up with anything you want to in the world and you're going, there's some lean-tos.
I don't know what it is. But like there's little shelters kind of like put around in different areas and like troughs and stuff. There's a beautiful little pond, I guess you'd call it, and like gorgeous trees, but there's no fences or gates or anything. The horses are just real happy to be there.
We shouldn't describe it too nice because they won't want to leave. They're getting their mani-pedis done.
There's a little, actually there is one wall that has Horse of the Month on it.
Oh,
and they get to earn that when they go do jobs and missions and
and
stuff.
their photos in like a little horseshoe, and
Yes,
it's like a photo
so
in
perfect.
That's cute.
Yeah.
And there's a bunch of carrots hanging off it, and the Horse of the Month gets that.
Oh, dear. Everyone give me a perception check.
20.
Really?
Really?
God, that potato is paying off.
Wow.
12.
7.
All right.
Plus?
Freya, you go ahead and add it on.
2.
Didn't quite get you there. You see exactly what you thought you saw.
Mm-hmm.
It's mostly focused on the blacksmith. Or the farrier, as you said. I've just made him into a blacksmith as well. There's 2 men now working together, both of them steamy.
Oh, stop it. 2.
Both of them unnecessarily stacked. Is that the right word?
Yeah, that's jacked.
I like the choice of
stacked.
word.
Stacked and
Yeah.
jacked. Yeah, we're going for that. Kaa'Riin,
Yep.
you notice that sometimes the image you're seeing seems to be fading in and out, leaving something behind, like the real city behind, in little windows of fog and mist, but they disappear really quickly. So you still see what you want to see, but you also can see what's behind
Unreliable image.
Yeah, you could say that. Morrigan,
Yes.
you see something else. You do see this, of course. You see that the city is fading in and out. You are starting to be aware. Give me an Arcana check as well, actually.
I'm seeing through the matrix.
Yep.
Holding my potato. Potato's losing its power. 6 plus 5.
All right. You're not really sure why this is happening, but you know that there's the magic of the city is fading a little bit. At times, you know that the protection this city normally has is not as strong as it would normally be. You recall that when you lived here, there's a choir that creates magical illusions of this city. And there's an event each year that is held here where the choir gets to have time off. And it's a special event they hold each year where they respect what they have by seeing what they should have. And the choir itself is a magical choir. They work in shifts, they sing in rotations, and they keep this spell going that creates the illusion of the city. And they're very well respected. But yes, it would feel like occasionally you can almost hear the music of it. And then in the distance of the stables that you can see now, you can hear something bumbling around in the back. You don't see any animals in the foreground of the stables. Again, the army has most likely taken everything they could. What would you like to do?
Rebel horse?
Don't see animals in the front section.
Oh, sorry, you just said that. I got all lost in the choir. I was thinking about them. I was like, that's so cool. Yeah, okay, so we need to go searching.
Go towards the fumbling, like the noise. See what's going on out there.
As you get closer to them, there are 2 really large doors that you can't see through on the other side.
We open the doors.
Okay. As you go to open the doors, it actually opens towards you.
Love it.
And a huge bear's head. Well, that's the first thing that strikes you. Huge bear's head, like a metre across bear head, just
Massive bear.
pushes through this door.
Do they make bears that big?
They sure as hell make this one big. The second thing to strike you is the purity of its white fur.
Ooh! Oh, it's not a brown bear.
Not a brown bear, no. And the third thing to strike you
is the bear.
Is its smile.
Oh, I got the heebie-jeebies now. I'm kind of freaking out.
It's
Alana and I were like, ugh.
It's trying to smile would be another way to put it.
So it's a nice bear?
Well, so far. It starts to try to talk to you, but it's difficult to understand. Only one person gets to hear this.
And it's me, because I talk to animals. Let's go.
You do. In fact, you will notice it changing into a language you can understand.
Hi, I'm Molly, and I play the last Draco Bear in captivity.
And that tends to be an issue, but if you're not worried about that, then sure, we can make this work. Do you have coin or food? I have no preference. I mean, I do. I prefer food. But coin buys food, and as soon as I figure out how that works, I'm going to do exactly that. In the meantime, yeah, food. Make it food. Do you have any food? Don't worry, I'm sure you'll find some. You hominids always seem to have food. I mean, I assume you are hominids, right? Ape-based, you know, like Frank. Did you meet Frank? He's an ape. So, not a humanid, yeah. He's got away. I think it takes a while. I mean, you believe in evolution, right? Sure you do. Look at you, all evolved and whatnot. You got like thumbs and whatever those things on your face are. No whiskers though. Don't you think that's weird that you don't have whiskers? How is that better? Right? Sorry, I talk too much, yeah. Which is cute, you know, when you're a cute animal, but when you're not, and you're one of the big ones, boom, you're a problem. So, where are we going, and do you have any food?
my gosh, that's gorgeous. Did you say Draco bear?
A Draco bear.
Draco.
Like what the dress was made of?
Yeah.
Oh.
Like what the what was made of?
Shit.
The dress that other Morrigan was wearing. Aren't you really extra glad I didn't wear that one?
I'm so stoked.
That would be awkward.
Oh, okay. I'm like, so I say to the girls, okay, this bear is very willing. The bear's name is...
How about you give the bear a name?
You can't just name things. Like, he has a name, doesn't he?
Freya.
We already have a Freya.
Okay.
Hold on a second.
Something mystical. Misty.
We have a Misty. No, we have a Minty.
Minty.
You don't
Too
want to do
close.
that, that's for sure.
A Kaa'Riin.
A Kaa'Riin.
Oh,
The bear
Kaa'Riin.
introduces a Kaa'Riin or just Kaa'Riin?
A Kaa'Riin.
A Kaa'Riin. The bear introduces itself as a Kaa'Riin and steps back into its stables area. And you can now see that there's an array of other animals kept back there as well. Each of them, sadly, having lost some sort of their fur or feathers, most likely to clothe the queen. There's, as he'd said, there's Frank, the ape. He's there. But there are quite a few other beautiful creatures that would be more beautiful had they not been plucked. The good news is, Morrigan, they don't recognise you. Probably would have been someone else's job to come down and pluck the animals. You can now see the Draco bear more cleanly, or more clearly.
But also
It's
cleanly because he's partially bald.
Kind of, yeah. It's polar bear-esque head.
They were skinning him alive.
I think she's probably
you can
shaving.
pluck.
Shearing? Like sheep?
It has a polar bear-esque head, and it's perched on the body of a small dragon with white scales tinged with slices of grey. And these ripple when it moves, and they sort of sound like when dominoes fall over. They click and clack. It is, perhaps surprisingly, given the conditions, I guess, quite a muscular creature. Despite all of this, its wings draw your attention, even though you should try your best to pretend they don't, because they are enormous but completely plucked clean, and leaving like a pink, goosebumped flaps of skin where feathers once had been.
Oh, baby.
Still seems like a happy beast.
And the last one in captivity.
Yes.
Well, hopefully there's some in the wild.
Yeah. Was there more in captivity here and they've killed them?
You asking a Kaa'Riin?
Yes.
Oh, I've been here for quite a long time. I don't know.
Okay. So, yeah, right.
Very good voice, by the way.
I think they all sound the same these days.
That one did sound quite a bit like
Finati, but
Finati, yeah.
He's not using it anymore.
Oh.
Thank
That's
you.
about as mean as me.
No, it isn't. The bear talks a bit more grungy.
Yes.
So.
Okay. We need to get you guys out of here. This is very wrong.
Yeah.
Come on.
Use some food and off we go.
Yeah, we're going to go get some food. Come on. And we go back to the house where there'll be food.
Kaa'Riin nods down to the chain that's around its leg.
Oh, God, honey, I'm so sorry. And then I just grab the axe and I just chop it off.
All right, give me a roll.
The
You won't
chain,
miss, but let's see how much damage you do.
Not here. Oh, my God, no. I only
Chop
do
the
that
leg
to-
off.
I only do that to people.
There's only one way to remove a chain. That's to remove the leg like Mad Max.
I really like a Kaa'Riin. Where'd you come up with that?
I Googled names that mean white.
Oh, hey, that's cool.
How'd you go?
This is a 1 + 3.
You strike at the chain and I don't know, maybe it's because you've recently found yourself feeling not as strong or connected to your axe. It doesn't slice straight through.
That's fine. I'll just do it again.
Yeah, fair.
Now you start hacking at it.
Yeah.
And instead of slicing straight through like you used to, and you get through, of course.
Yeah.
But it takes 4 or 5 solid hits.
Yeah.
And then, through you go.
Is there anyone else that has a chain?
They all do. There's probably about 20 different animals in the room.
Do they have locks on the chain?
They do, yeah.
Oh, I could use my thieves' tools kit.
Oh, that's a lot better. Okay, yeah. And maybe undo the bear's leg as well.
A Kaa'Riin groans, oh, you could use the keys on the wall.
Cory, why you say this while I was hacking?
You were so quick, and then I didn't want to interrupt. You seem so nice. And yeah, none of these guys have thumbs. He mentioned that.
Why do we always forget to look for the keys?
The ape does, but I mean, he does actually have.
They're
a
not
chain.
opposable.
He doesn't. He's going to need to be broken out with some hacking, but the rest of them, you just got keys.
All right, so we'll go get the keys and we'll unlock them all.
Every time.
Every time.
To be fair, this time we didn't fuck around with the door. We went to open it. And then we just forgot entirely about that lesson.
There's a lock here, and no one would ever keep the keys near the lock.
No, yeah. Okay, sweet. So Freya, did you grab
a
that?
huge number of animals that you can open, and I assume you smashed through Frank's as well.
Yeah.
How would you like to try to feed them?
We're taking him to the house.
Perception. Is there any food around?
Give me a perception check.
Because it could be like a room that says
that
food
has
for
their
the
food.
animals.
Yeah, that's true.
6.
You don't seem to be close to wherever they feed the animals here. They must move it over to feed them. And so, unfortunately, that is not an avenue for you.
Is there like a grocery store somewhere?
Almost certainly in a city the size of Iniflanora, there is probably a market of some description.
What do you want?
Should we go like...
What do you...
How'd you start taking orders?
What do you guys want? What are you feeling?
Only Kaa'Riin hears just word after word coming from 20 different animals, all sorts of different things they're requesting. And they're requesting all sorts of outlandish things. Some just want mice, which makes the mice nervous. The mice would like some grain if possible. The bear itself loves meat, fish in particular.
Great, that we can do.
But the bulk of it is they just want to eat something.
Okay. So should we walk them all down to the nearest grocer?
Yep.
Okay.
No one's around anyway.
That's true.
There's nobody here, so let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah, there isn't anybody anywhere, including at the grocers.
And I'm going to
as you arrive.
Use.
You can see in, but it's locked.
Okay, so we look at the wall for the keys.
No, I'll use my tools kit to actually undo this.
Okay, so you walk over to the big welcome mat and step on there and step up to it.
Yep, and that's a 9.
You
Plus-
said it's locked. You can't.
What? No.
Okay.
9 plus.
Oh, plus 10.
The door opens so easily that you slide forward through and kicking the welcome mat away a little bit.
Because it was already unlocked.
No, because the keys are underneath the welcome mat. That's twice today. Boom, I'm on fire. But the grocers, there's food everywhere. You
And we
are
go,
now
"Have at
stealing,
it."
though. You are stealing.
Oh, who cares?
And
She's a thief, literally.
Akari is like,
I will.
Why would I steal?
Oh, no, we're going to pay for it, darling.
I'll pay
You
for
just
it.
go get what you want.
So I have an inn at the palace, and they owe me and all of you, by the way, greatly. So it's fine. It's covered.
Roll deception.
I just don't want to admit that I'm the queen because
Yeah.
Five plus 8.
All right, what I'm going to do, guys.
Wow, you didn't even wait for me to tell her she's failed.
Yeah, I felt like that.
Akari looks at you and says, "Oh, you should never lie to a Draco bear."
I'm not very good at lying.
I know.
I'm going to sneak off, break into somewhere else, the bank.
Yes.
Steal
Love
some
it.
stuff and then come back and say, look, it's all right, I've got money, we'll pay.
Yeah.
No, you know where you do. You have been in the past, a long time ago, into the royal treasury where they had the sword of deception. That does not mean that's where they kept their cash.
Okay, just go to a shop next door.
Yeah.
Raid the till.
Okay.
What she said.
Okay, I appreciate your honor and your honesty, but this is actually a time of war. Everyone has left. You are not hurting anyone by taking this food that has literally been abandoned.
It would just go rotten otherwise. You're actually saving the food from
I never
going
said that
rotten.
people weren't in the city. I just said they weren't in the streets. You could be stealing from the city itself, like the people.
I don't care.
We're not going to take.
I just wanted to make sure you actually said that out
We're
loud.
not going to take more than we need, and
Yes.
it wouldn't be right to starve to death just because you don't have money.
Persuasion.
Yeah, that's like that Peter Pan. No.
Robin Hood.
It's just like that Peter Pan story that's not about this.
That Peter Pan dude.
You know, Peter Pan who stole from the rich and gave to the poor.
9 plus 5. 14.
He steps back, still uncomfortable with the idea. Frank, on the other hand, the ape, straight past you and is throwing food out the door, and everyone's
Okay.
sort of grabbing bits and pieces. He's making a lot of noise while he does it.
I walk over where the cooked rotisserie chickens are, and I start like waving it in front of his face. I'm like, "Are you sure?"
Oh, those chooks do smell good.
He still will not take them.
Do we have any money?
Yeah, Freya went to steal some money. Freya, didn't you go steal some money?
Yeah.
Don't say that out loud.
I didn't. I said it in my mind.
Tattoos.
Did you get any money?
I found some money.
Sleight of hand.
Yeah.
Let's see how you go. I hate doing sleight of hand with you because
It's pointless.
how we go?
16 plus 10, so...
Shut up. You do actually have, this is the first time you've had a lot of not a lot, but some money. You normally
Well,
don't
we
have
never
any
steal money.
cash. You never do have money.
No.
But I'll let you have about 8 gold pieces for this,
All
if
right.
you want.
Buy him some food.
So I'll say, hey, look, I've got 8 gold pieces. I'm going to give him 4.
Kaa'Riin, you actually did say coin will do, and we have coin.
I just realised I've been talking to the bear that I can't speak to.
Yeah,
Well,
I
it
assume,
understands you.
Let's just say at this stage you've been able to have Kaa'Riin translate for you in
All
time.
right, no worries.
We're not going to role play that. That'll take forever.
Yeah.
Can you tell the bear?
Yeah.
The Draco Bear watches, Kaa'Riin the Draco Bear, watches as you put coin on the counter. And at that stage, he now accepts the chickens, gobbles them down very quickly. I've got to say, even 4 or 5 chickens won't be much to this beast.
Does a bear eat chicken?
This one does. It's a Draco Bear, part dragon,
right.
part bear.
So cool.
The wings, you don't really recognise what sort of wings they are. But yeah, the wings, it's a different animal. It's not dragon wings, otherwise they'd be scale, but they're a different animal as well.
So could we use Kaa'Riin, or could Kaa'Riin help us fight the dragon?
Quite possibly. Strong beast. Big too. We're not talking something small. We're talking something the size of a room almost.
Big bear.
The head was a metre across, almost.
He's our friend now.
Oh, what were we doing? We were there to get horses.
Yes.
Yeah, but there were
to
no
get
horses.
but then, no. Oh, sorry. Kaa'Riin is happy to help us. He just needs to eat first.
Oh.
And then he's more than happy to help us.
Well, he's finished that meal.
Do you want more?
Always.
Yeah, you need to really fill up, doll. We've got a big trip ahead of us.
We only paid for this.
Yeah, no, we've got more gold coins, don't you worry.
I put
turns
1
his
more
head.
gold coin on the table.
And he leans in and eats 1 more chicken. But he's well fed now.
Oh, no.
Contented. Looks like he's about to curl up.
And we've
actually.
still got 3 gold coins.
Did Mum leave to go with Shay?
No, she's still with you.
Oh.
You can go home if you want. We're done here.
Mom, go away.
I'm with my
It's my turn to save the world.
She's already holding up like the funky clothes from the market. You look great in this. Show off some flesh, girl. But not to you, Morrigan. To you, she's like, cover up.
Okay. Well,
ready to go.
Well, where do you want to go?
We're going to
Lake
slay.
Reliable, aren't we?
Can I use
Yes.
the book to find out where Morrigan is? Real Morrigan?
I don't think your book does that.
I've never heard anybody think that the book could do that. The book does not know how to do that sort of stuff. No, it's a book. It returns information that people put in there, and it's only got the most recent information. So that information doesn't have to be accurate to the day. So it wouldn't be able to say, and today, Queen Morrigan was in town.
I turn to my mum because we're about to leave, and I reach out to hug her and then kind of pull back a bit because I realise that she's been, tortured by my other half and may not want to be touched, and pausing to see if she's going to hug me back. No, okay.
Oh, she hugged you back, of course. I mean, I wasn't like, no, she's not going to hug you.
What? She's been through a lot.
Yeah, no, she's coming around a bit faster.
Okay, cool. I underarm hug her so that I'm the little one,
Yeah.
even though I might be taller by her than this point. Anyway.
She pats you gently on the back.
Oh. I'm so glad you're alive. I'm so glad that...
She kisses you on the forehead.
Oh, I really love forehead kisses.
She says, I know.
But I've got to go. I've got to fix this mistake. Please look after her if you can find her.
Should I come with you?
I would not be able to focus, and I would be in more danger if I had to worry about you out there as well.
Then I will do what I can here. She steps back and looks to turn and walk away, but doesn't. She turns around and grabs you again. I don't know how to tell you to be safe. I don't think that's possible anymore. I don't know why our voice got really deep at the end, but it did.
If I don't make it, I want you to know that I loved you. I've always loved you. And
She seems shocked by the past tense.
if I don't make it, then it would be past tense.
not
be
something
dead.
one wants to hear, though.
And then I pat her on the head and I...
Okay. She's a bit confused by these last few interactions. It's very socially awkward. But she says, I think I'll get back to your and she just walks off.
Good luck with that one, Mum.
All right, so what do you want to do?
We need to stealthily assess where they are and whether they're moving, whether they're camping, whatever, to try and perceive what's going on so we can make a plan on how to best eliminate Morrigan.
Yeah.
Well, you do know where they were last headed.
Maybe this is a good time to find out more information about where we're going. Do
we at least want to know what Lake Reliable is by asking the book?
Do you still have your book?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, there is actually a Hitchhiker's Guide to Kaa'Riin thing.
Entry. I'm all over the words today.
You are.
I'm a wordsmith today.
Yeah.
Just don't know how to use it.
Don't know how to use it.
Hi, I'm Elsie, and I'm the voice of the Hitchhiker's Guide to Kaa'Riin. Please state the precise name of your destination.
Lake Reliable.
Welcome to Lake Reliable. If you time it right, I mean to the minute, you can walk from one side of Lake Reliable to the other without getting wet. The whole thing empties out with the tide once a day and surges back through with great force and velocity as the moon set again. Not surprisingly, the fish hate this place. They constantly whinge. The whales aren't keen either.
Oh, whales. I haven't seen whales in a long time.
Yeah.
Did you say whales?
She did, yeah. I just think maybe I wrote this before that all happened. No, but she did. She definitely said the whales.
Yeah, I turned to Freya.
Yep.
Awkward question. But that whole point and kill thing you did, do you still have that by any chance?
No. It's gone. It is gone.
Oh, you haven't tried it?
That would be very handy.
I mean, you just assume it's gone.
Well, as soon as I got rid of her out of me, I lost the powers as well.
Not surprising, really.
It's a really hard, tricky one to try and test out.
Shayla paused at the entrance to the ballroom. The doors were still wide open. There were no guards, but it was not that caused her hesitation. Empty as it now was, this room of elegance and royal frivolity was where she had died and where she had lived. She remembered the pain of Bellaref's actions. She clutched at her heart in the hope that, as before, another beat would follow. It did, but this alone was not enough to help her push forwards, past the broken and scattered chairs, near the hole torn by that strange creature's anger and hatred. But then light sparkled, more than once. Little stars and diamonds of light on the floor. Gems, real and forged. Perhaps not all of them, but perhaps enough. Shayla knew what they were, who they were, and for a moment she wondered if she could change their fates.
Running a business comes with a lot of what-ifs, but luckily there's a simple answer to them. Shopify. It's the commerce platform behind millions of businesses, including Thrive Cosmetics and Momofuku, and it'll help you with everything you need. From website design and marketing to boosting sales and expanding operations, Shopify can get the job done and make your dream a reality. Turn those what-ifs into... Sign up for your $1 per month trial at shopify.com/special offer.
Whether your business has 6 floors or 6 employees, Walmart Business has everything you need to save time, money, and hassle. You can restock your break room with bulk ordering or bulk up your ordering team with shared payments. And you can get it all delivered straight to your business's door, whether that's on Wall Street or Main Street. Walmart Business. It's the Walmart you love, now for your business. Learn more at business.walmart.com.
Learning through play starts with Lego Duplo. With Lego Duplo, toddlers can develop real-life skills while having fun with colorful bricks made just for them. Large, easy to grip, and safe to explore. When children express themselves with Lego Duplo, they build patience, problem-solving, and empathy. See your child learn perseverance and self-expression with everything they imagine and create. Visit lego.com/preschool to learn more.
Yep.
How are we going with the Kaa'Riin?
No, good to go.
But climbing up, being carried in talons.
Kaa'Riin,
Yes.
how are we getting there? Any preferences?
Getting where?
How would you like us to mount you?
What she said. To
Awkward.
Lake Reliable? Is that where we're going? To Lake Reliable.
I don't know where that is.
That's all right. We've got a map.
Yeah, we have a map. We just need you to get us there.
Ah, all right. Point the way.
How do we get on you?
Just climb on up.
Well,
He's got little bare hands. Well, not little, actually. They're massive, but the sort of, bottom half of the dragon part is still oversized body parts.
If I'm too heavy, I can change into something smaller and lighter.
The bear laughs as if Draco Bear laughs and says, "You will not be too heavy." Not with a belly full of chickens. And he smiles and the awkward face again. It's oh, your smile's not really that nice.
I'm going to give him a little scratch on the head when I'm up there.
And we've just got to be stealthy.
As stealthy as you can be.
Oh, well.
Giant bear dragon in the sky.
Not what I'm known for. And are you all in the back?
Yeah, I reckon so.
What direction are you going, first of all, before you find out just how not stealthy this thing is?
When you said that the scales sound like dominoes when it's flying, is it just...
This guy can't fly right now. I'm sure they'd love to fly, but they don't have the capacity to do that.
Will they grow back?
Oh, it would take a lot of healing to make that happen.
Oh, I can heal. Of course, healing.
Something
We
would
can
just
heal.
be healed?
Well, you can try. How much healing do you want to use?
All of it.
All of your healing. You've just woken up, remember?
Yeah, but I'm not going to die from healing someone.
But you could use up all your spells.
Well, I want to give him all my berries. I can do that.
Yeah.
That's 10.
You can cast that more than once.
And I'm going to.
Wow.
I've still got healing word. So I've got that in my back pocket.
Okay.
So I'm going to do all of my berries.
How many good berries is that? How many spell slots you got?
4. So
40 good berries.
I'm giving him 40 good berries.
Swallows all of them. And it's not instant by any means. This is a long-term problem. But you can already see the colour coming back to the wings. The blood is flowing. And because this is a magical thing, you can see little changes in the surface of the skin. Stuff is growing, but very slowly. Something is changing.
You helped.
Certainly won't have...
I think we all have healing powers if anyone wants to jump in.
Well, I was going to say, can I throw a cure wounds on that?
I don't know if you're going to be able to speed it up at this stage by just doing more. I think you've jump-started it, but, I mean, you can do more.
And now it's a time
thing. What I will say is that as far as hit points go, being a bit meta, already you see the strength coming back and everything like that. I don't think you'll get any more hit points back. 40 is a lot that you've just given.
I give him a little scratch in the head and go, there you go, buddy.
And there's a change already in his demeanour. All right? He's connected to you.
You made a friend.
Where are we going? And he only asks you this. Doesn't make eye contact with anybody else.
Lake Reliable, please, which is north.
I still don't know where that is.
South. Hold on, babe. I'm working it out.
You have a map.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. For some reason, I'm looking at Alana with the invisible map. I'm like, what does the map say?
I held out the map and I rotate it because I was looking at it upside down, and I point left.
It says east. There's a gate on the east.
I love how you're laughing at us for not being able to read a map that does not exist.
I know, but wouldn't you just say, what does it say? Instead of like, then I would tell you what the map says. Then you'll fix that up. But I would have assumed you'd go, so what does the map say?
Left.
It does say the nearest gate to a
the nearest
gate to a forest. Because they did mention before they were moving through forest to the Lake Reliable, was the east gate. Are we on our way?
We're on our way.
Oh my God, because this is the first part of the actual episode. The first part.
We made it to the episode. We're crossing the start line.
Do you know what? And that's where we end part 1.
Nice.
No, we haven't even got out of the city.
It's the end of part 1. It was getting a bit too long. There is no other reason, but at least you get a song. So stay there and wait now, part 2 will be right along. No complaining, you injure, at least you got a song. I mean the height of some people. At least you got a song. It even rhymes, and it finishes with the gong.